Julie, and this is a cooking revolution. So I'm here to make a green smoothie with you today. And many of you've probably already made green smoothies, but I'm just going to go over a few of the basics. So it depends on the blender that you've got as to how you make your smoothie. So the blender that I have has a smoothie setting. So what I do to start is I put my water or whatever liquid that you're going to use in here, and however much you want. I put about 1.5 cups of water, and then I put my greens on top of it. If you have a high-powered blender like a Vitamix, then you can just put your greens in on the bottom. If you have just a regular blender that doesn't have a smoothie setting, then you'll need to put your greens in and then puree them first, and then you can put everything else in on top. Because mine has a smoothie setting, I can just put everything in, but I have to start with the greens, otherwise it's just a big mess. So I'm going to use, and you can use any greens you want. You can even use lettuce if you want, but I'm going to use arugula, which has a really strong flavor. And if you don't like the strong flavor, if you don't like the strong flavor, then don't use arugula. But I'm going to put maybe a couple handfuls in, and that'll be good. There we go. Got that. And now I've got some other greens that I'm going to add to it. I have a little bit of kale. I have a good sized leaf of kale with no stems, and I'm just going to tear that and put that in here. And then I've got a little bit of cilantro and parsley, a good handful of mixed, so I'm going to put those in. So this is going to be a really strong flavored drink because the kale, the arugula, and the cilantro and parsley are all really strong flavors, but I really like it like that. So then on top of this, I put a little bit of frozen fruit, and this time I'm going to use blueberries. So I've got me some blueberries here, and I like to put a little bit of protein in, so I'm using hemp seeds, and it'll be about a tablespoonful. Well, if I can get the hemp seed package open, I should have done that before. About a tablespoon. I don't measure, I just kind of guessed, I guess. So, and then I start adding my other vegetables and fruit. And I say vegetables because there's a piece of kale. I put celery in there, and I'm going to have apple, some grapes, and an orange. And the orange, I cut the peels off of it, and I'll get to that in a minute. And I don't know, I lost the screen, so I cannot see what I'm doing here. So I hope that you can see this. I had it set. So anyway, my celery, I've cut the end off, and then I like to cut this little center part off because it stays a little bit too firm. And then I like to cut it lengthwise, and then just cut it into small pieces. Even though this, you don't want to work your blender too hard and make it chop up too much, and cutting it into small pieces also ensures that you're going to have a nice smooth smoothie. And then I like to use the leaves also, so I'm going to just cut this part and add that in. Get that. Okay, so get that in here, and okay, now we're going to do the apple. So I just take the apple, I leave the peels on it, and I just cut it off of the core, and then cut the apple into small chunks. Try to cut it off as much as I can. So just, it doesn't have to be too small. The reason I like to use apple, I don't use banana because I can't eat bananas. And the apples give the smoothie some more body. You know, if you use bananas, then it kind of makes the smoothie thicker. But I still want a little bit of that body in the smoothie, a little bit of thickness. So the way to do that, or the way that I do that, is I put apple. Another thing that you can put instead of banana or apple, if you want more vegetables, you could put zucchini in it, which I've done before. I just want apple. So now I'm going to add my grapes, which I cut into half. And now the orange, I've got the peels off of it. Then I just cut it into quarters, get that, you know, the pithy part out, and then just cut it into little pieces. And do the same for the other side, and in it goes. Okay, if you want to add a little bit more sweetness to it, you can put stevia. I sometimes put honey in. But this is ready to go, and I'm gonna just turn my blender on, and it's probably going to be a little bit loud, so, and I'm not going to be able to talk during, so here we go. So that is it. I put my hand on the top because when you fill it up a little bit full, it kind of bursts out the top. So let's see, I've got me a jar right here, and get the top out of the way, and let's see how this is. Pour it in. It's probably going to be more than will fit. Oh, great. Sometimes it's more than will fit in the jar. It's going to be perfect. And so I'm going to drink this. This is my lunch today, and I'll probably drink this throughout the afternoon until it's all gone. Let's see how it is. Perfect. I taste the kale, I can taste the arugula, and I just got a whole bunch of vegetables and fruit into me. I'm about to get all of that into me, and I didn't have to eat a big salad or have, you know, a lot of pieces of fruit. So hope you try it. Leave some comments. Let me know how you like it, and I will see you later. Bye bye. I could not even see